This transfer deadline day continues to build to a dramatic conclusion, and we have this just in from Queen of the South manager Aussie Villain.
Yeah, look, I think we're done for the day, mate. We tried to get one or two in, but we just couldn't make the finances work. So we'll go with what we have, but, we're confident with that. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South on The Impossible Dream. It's Season 5, Episode 3 today, and we're going to be facing St Mirren in the league before opening our Europa Conference League group stage against Zurich in Switzerland, obviously. But since last episode, the transfer window has closed. We weren't able to get anything else done. I was sort of sniffing around one or two players. It's just... It's really expensive. It's getting to the point now it's really expensive for us to sign players that make us better. And as yet, we don't quite have the money available to sort of be able to do that. So we weren't able to get anything else done. But Celtic, I just wonder if maybe there's a door open. They've lost two big players for them, Minamino and Lindstrom. They spent 56 million, but if they didn't spend that correctly, maybe there's a door that's open for us. But 65 million spent in the league, 56 of it by Celtic, gives you a rough idea of where we stand. As a sort of counter to that, this is our window. We spent 2.4 million, which is a lot of money for us, and we received not quite half of that back. About a third of it back, maybe. So, yeah, that is kind of where we stand. Now, if we go and have a quick look here at transfer history, we did send out one or two youngsters on loan. I think the only one that's actually new, maybe, is Josh Dunn. I sent him off to East Fife. He is going to be there. They have decent, I think it's actually adequate training facilities. And hopefully he's going to play week in, week out for them. And because he hasn't actually played week in, week out. When he has played for us, though, he looked decent. So hopefully he's going to go and play well there and come back to us as an actual sort of useful option for us in midfield. So that is everything that's happened off the field. It was a little bit quiet. The finances, I did have to take a little bit out of the transfer budget into wages, just so it wasn't, we were sort of where we should be in terms of the wage budget. Yeah, we just couldn't quite get anything across the line. So we've still got January, obviously. Hopefully we'll go deep in Europe and we'll, have an even bigger budget for next season. Minimum of 2.74 looks like for next season. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it? All right, there is one game to catch you up on from the league since last episode. That was against St Johnstone. Now, when we left off, it was they were actually joint top with the two of the Old Firm teams. So let's see what happened when we went to play them. We had a half-time lead when McCallum crossed for Suljic. And Thompson crossed for Clockety to make it 2-0. Before St Johnstone pulled one back late on. So, to be completely honest, a draw would have been fair in this game. You can see they actually out-XG'd us for what that's worth. We took our chances, whereas perhaps they didn't. This happened before an international break, but only a couple of days after our second Feyenoord game. So we could field a relatively strong side. Eastwood was injured, so Stone had a game in goal. You can see a 6-3. I don't think he was rated kindly for their equaliser. We've done a lot of work on defending corners since then as well. But yeah, Thompson came on second half and did a good job with the assist there. Clockety came off the bench, got himself a goal. So all in all, it was a very, very positive, very positive thing for us. If we have a quick look at what this all means for the league table, well, we have the potential with a win here or even a point, because goal difference is going to be in our favour, to go ahead of Rangers. Whether it be on goal difference or not, time will tell. But yeah, we are arguably at this point the third best team in the league. We've beaten Hearts, we've beaten St Johnstone, who have both been up there. St Mirren are a team that, despite a decent start, they haven't really, they've drawn Hearts away, which is a decent result. But other than that, they haven't really done too much. So I'd like to think this is a game we can win. And then, of course, European Conference group stage action gets underway. So let's have a look and see what we're doing here in this first game. We're expecting a 5-2-2-1 from them. Also, it would be a 5-2-3. I'm not quite sure. I never know how you would sort of, what's we're looking for, describe those or label those formations. So but Eastwood is back fit, so he's in goal for this one. We are definitely favouring Europe, so it's Thompson, Cesar, Augusto, Hamilton and Freeman as the back four. Bayless, Lyon and McPherson go in midfield. Suljic as the advanced playmaker. Clockety and Bishop are the two big men up front. And, well, let's see if we can get a win here. Now, the one issue we might have is a few of these guys aren't particularly match sharp, but we can see the team sheets there. Duhani, I tried to sign him, decent right back. I think we've maybe moved a little bit past him. Hobie Kane's a decent player at this level as well. Tom Lawrence is a good player. So there's a few decent players in their lineup. What do we want to say to that? We're on a good run. Let's keep it going, shall we? It's putting a little bit of pressure on them, but at some point we're going to have to learn to cope with that, aren't we? So let's hope that this is the day for that. And here we go, at home as well, so that sort of adds to the need to win, doesn't it? But hopefully we won't have a problem, and we can just have a nice, comfortable result here. The fact that it is the second team makes it a little bit more nervy, perhaps is the word, but it should be okay. It's not the strongest bench, with the exception of Bernard. It's sort of reserve players. McAllister, I'm looking to sort of use him as a Mazzella because he's left-footed. Who do we have out there right now? McPherson's playing on the left-hand side. He is not left-footed. Or the left-hand side Mazzella. So this isn't quite working, so let's back that off. Let's look for the overlaps. Freeman has he taken a knock? It's a tight calf, which isn't ideal. We could move McPherson back there, actually, and we could then bring on... Well, I guess McAllister would be the man, wouldn't he? Against his former team, you may remember we signed McAllister. There's a cracking ball. Bishop on the volley. Oh, that would have been a wonderful goal. Just didn't quite happen for us. So let's go and do that. I'll need to do it from this screen, though, won't I? Because we're moving players around. So McPherson goes there, and we'll bring McAllister on to play there. That is all absolutely fine. And St Mirren start with a highlight, which is not ideal. Freeman, oh, is that injury hampering him there? I wonder, can he stop the cross getting pulled back in? It's a cracking save from Eastwood. And hopefully now that change can be made. It is not ideal. It's from a defensive corner, and that is just over the top. Let's give them some encouragement, but it's not been a classic first half performance from us, has it? You might even go as far as to say we've been outplayed. Alright, so let's stop working the ball into the box, because we're not creating anything right now. And I do wonder, there's some nervous players out there. I've put a bit too much pressure on them, haven't I? It's this thing where I feel like we're better than what the game thinks we are. Enjoy the match, play our own game. Maybe we just go with that. Though that seems to have motivated a few. Reece Lyon is looking nervous. We do have Joe Hardy, who is a youngster that came through our academy and was seriously injured, you may remember, out on loan last season. So we could always look to bring him on. Yeah, if he's nervous in there, he's not going to do much for us, is he? So we'll make that change. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? It's not happening. Alright, let's try something different again then. Alright, so we're going to switch to wingers and just see if this brings us anything. Do we want to sit deeper? Maybe we do. Is there anything else there we want to change? We probably want to lower the tempo, look for overlaps, try and get... We probably want to exploit wide areas as well. They've only got wing backs, of course, so we want to try and create an overlap in those areas and see if that can work for us. We might even give it a focus. I don't know what to say to them. They're looking nervous and apprehensive. And this is what happens when you don't get your initial team talk right. And we'll do well to take a point from this, I think, which is really disappointing. We'll give them... Is there a no pressure shout would probably be the best thing. That's just overwhelmed them. And that's been quite poor, hasn't it? Which is, well, not ideal. You give them a chance. They haven't put their best foot forward there. And like I say, in the end, we'll well, I guess, take a point. Yeah, it was shameful, boys. It wasn't good enough at all. So there we go. It's those sorts of silly drop points at home that will stop us from, well, we can't afford to do that, can we? We're up against Rangers and Celtic. You know, we've got to get over one of them. Yeah, we were actually lucky to draw that, weren't we? We've got to get over one of them if we want to make the Champions League, and we just can't afford to do that. Anyway, guys, next up, it's Europe. It's Zurich. Let's see, hopefully, we do a lot better than that. Okay, welcome back. Well, this cannot possibly be as bad as that, can it? Well, maybe it can be, but we're away from home against the team that I think we're going to be battling to get through the group with for second place. So anything we can take here, a point would be nice. A win would be fantastic. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them, but you're never quite sure in Europe what the scouts are telling you. This is the team we're sending out. It's the full strength side. It's Eastwood, McCallum, Walker, Bernard, and Clark as the defence. McGrath, Davenport, and Irving in midfield. Bermudez in behind, Shakir, Omar, and Lutzi. I'm loving that little link up between those three. Let's see if they can do it in practice now. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here now. This Mendy was the guy that was pointed out in the press as the danger beforehand. Adrian Guerrero, that name sounds familiar. Moritz Littner, was he at Dortmund at some point, I think? Was he not? Or did I sign him playing for Dortmund years ago? Playing as Dortmund, I should say. Alright, what do we want to say to this? Just enjoy yourselves, guys. When I say go out there, just enjoy yourselves. There's no pressure. Apparently, we don't do well with pressure. But this is, of course, a stronger teams too. So let's hope that the stronger team can go away from home and do what the second stringers couldn't do at home. So once again, scouts have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to setting up the team. We're expecting them to be a fluid counter-attacking side, so hopefully they've at least got that part right. So we're playing a deep defensive line to try and prevent them space to counter-attack into. And here we go with a highlight. Can we win that? Please, we can. It's Davenport down for Lutzi. Can Lutzi play in? Omar, not quite. And where does this highlight go now? Can we win that, please? Bernard is there. Down to McGrath. Davenport forward for Bermudez to Omar. Can Omar play the pass? He goes back to Bermudez. Bermudez is in. Bermudez, can he unleash his ball? Fallen for look. How have we not scored? Lutzi, he forgot to score. Oh, corner. McGrath. Decent. Oh, and it's just wide from Irving. But how did Lutzi... It was there. It was like he was just celebrating and forgot to actually score the goal. Credit, I suppose, to the goalkeeper. It was a wonderful save, but he shouldn't have had anywhere near a chance to get to that. And are we going to have that come back and haunt us? We're dominating the game in terms of shots. 10-1. 5 on target. And, well, the game seems to have just sort of settled down now, doesn't it? Are we going to pay a price for not taking advantage when we were on top early on? All right, so let's try raising the tempo a little bit. The risk of doing that, looking for overlaps, is that we may not give our fullbacks enough time to get forward. Irving with a free kick, and it's off the bar. Yeah, you know, if we're getting it forward at a high tempo, it's asking a lot of the fullbacks to try and get up and down at a high tempo, but we'll try it anyway. They're fired up, and it's going to be 0-0 at the break in a game that certainly feels as though it's time for everyone to dig in. The scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern. Let's go with that. We have been the better team, haven't we? But has half-time, is that going to sort of ruin our momentum? I'm tempted to take Lutzi off, and we could bring Suljic on for him. The issue that we do have a little bit is the hectic fixture list. So if people play sort of half a game here and half a game, but we've got to try and get a goal, don't we? So let's bring Suljic on. Got McGrath over a free kick. It's towards the back post, and it's Walker, and he can't keep his header down. On the hour mark. Davenport's not having a great game. Let's try and demand more. It's not really worked, has it? 4-0 Getafe over the Icelandic side. What can we do differently? All right, so let's stop looking for overlaps. Let's just just do that. 5-0. So the Icelandic team, we can probably assume, are not going to be any great shakes. Bernard wins the header down for McGrath. He's got time. He finds Bermudez. Can Suljic make a run? It's not. Oh, there's a cracking pass. Suljic is in, and again we can't find. There was a wonderful pass from Shakir Omar. And again, we can't beat this goalkeeper. We might have to give him a quick scout. McGrath, ball in, tethered away, and are we going to get done on the break now? That just seems to be the sort of game this is turning into for us, sort of episode is turning into for us. At least we've had some highlights this time. Let's tell them to focus. 28 shots. Somebody put the ball in the back of the net. Irving to Suljic, ball in for Shakir Omar, and it tells it stayed out again. Oh, this is unbelievable. We've got a corner. It's almost stoppage time. Can McGrath find a blue head? It's decent. It's Walker. Oh, we've hit the friggin' crossbar again. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Oh, if they score, that's it. We're quitting. They don't. Just as well. How was that finished 0-0? 30 shots, 12 on target, an XG of almost 3, and it's 0-0. And a goalless episode as well. Sorry about that. I can't believe that's happened. And to add salt to the wound, their goalkeeper was a 15-year-old. That is unbelievable. But if we do try and take positives from it, we've got a point on the road, and from what we saw there, we should have absolutely no problems at all beating them at our place. So I'll tell you what we are going to be doing, though. Where's training? I've attempted to get them back in tomorrow to just chance conversion. I don't know if doing 2 sessions will help them, but it's certainly not going to hurt. That was unbelievable. I can't believe what I've just seen. 2 games, 0 goals. Okay, that was fair enough, but how have we not scored there? Anyway, guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget, I don't know why you would have enjoyed that. If you like seeing clean sheets, we'll be back next time. What we'll do is we'll come back for Celtic in the league and then Getafe in Europe. And, I mean, well, we'll get an idea of exactly how good the Getafe side they are. They're currently sitting 10th in the Liga, so that's a good side, isn't it? Mid-table, although they're only 2 points above the relegation zone, so might be a bit early in the season yet. Abaloa is their manager. Well, there you go. Yeah, it might be a little bit early in the season yet to be making judgments as to exactly how good they are based on a league position. But yeah, that's all for next time. And who knows? Maybe then we'll score some goals. Take care.